What's up, y'all? It's Chief 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 Silent Blackhawk back at it with another lesson. Um, I would like seeing peace and positive energy onto the women. Like some peace on them. I would also like some peace on to the men out here, to the melanated brothers out here, and the brothers that are not melanated like me, but doing work for the people. I would also like some peace and positive energy. Most importantly, to my mother, the Queen of Heaven and Earth, Isis, the Queen. And I would also like some peace and positive energy on to all the Orishas that live amongst us. I would also like some peace and positive energy on to the lost souls, the souls that are unaware of who they are and don't know what they are supposed to be doing. I would also like some peace to the cosmos, peace to the planet. Um, yeah. Basically, I received the air message um, from the Queen of Heaven and Earth uh, to speak on love again. Right, so I just had gave a love message, 528 hertz love message 2 days ago. So I was told to give another one, right? So my last video I was talking about why we need to stop hating each other. We need to stop, committing violent acts against each other because it's not helping the community. Right? In order for us to come together, all the leaders in certain communities, we all need to come together as one. If we come together as one, we can change our communities. Because you got to understand, our communities is the tribe, right? So the hood, the projects, the ghetto, or what you would call the trap, that's the tribe. That's the tribe. That's the clan. We all one. We all together. Right, but it's the structure and the philosophy of it that make it what it is. Right? Now, as you see in other communities like the Jewish community, them motherfuckers ain't got no property, they ain't got no violence, they ain't into it with each other, none of that. More likely because they got money, you know. The government, they, be looking out for them and all that other shit, but they ain't into it. They all together as one. Right? But that's the way we supposed to be. We supposed to be all as one, especially all the shit we done been through. From shit since the 70s, the 60s, 70s, the 1900s, even way down to where we was still wearing feathers in our ether. We done been through a lot of shit, so we need to be together more than any other person. But when the government gave you the drug epidemic, gave you, cocaine and all this old shit, it divided us. Right? And then they created the whole COINTELPRO Act to divide our self-improvement organizations. Right? So they had a plan to destroy our community so we don't really connect together. Right? So now we going off some shit that was created to destroy our people, right? Rather than realizing that we all need to come together and stop investing in the bullshit that the government created for us to destroy ourselves. We have to let it go, right? We still got, the drugs out here. We still got gang activity. Motherfuckers out here still jealous of another motherfucker because they making more money than them. And they getting their shit off more than them. So niggas still got a lot of hatred and a lot of jealousy in their heart. And that jealousy and that hatred being in motherfuckers' hearts is the key ingredient for us not being to evolve as a people and as a community. Right? So she told me, that all the leaders need to come together. We all have to come together. Right? Because I told you I'm a chief on the land. I'm a developing chief, but I already know who I am as a chief on the land. So we all have to come together and build a solution so that we can change the outcome for our people and change the outcome for the land. Right? Because we all work together on one accord, we'll change a lot of shit. Right? But most importantly, the reason why you get certain motherfuckers that's scared to do that because they don't trust their own people. Right? Because we know that a lot of our people don't be giving a fuck about our people rise, and they just give a fuck about hurting each other and getting their money. Right? So you get a lot of motherfuckers that'll hold off on that. Because there's some motherfuckers out here that want to do that and probably have been trying, but they probably have failed to do it because, motherfuckers ain't on that shit. Right? But even though motherfuckers may not be on that shit, it still has to be done. Right? It still has to be done because it's important. Right? We say we in a spiritual war, but the war is only important to those who understand the battle. Right? Because who is the battle against? The battle is against the ones that are inorganic to the land. But who's the ones that's inorganic to the land? It ain't white people, it's the motherfuckers that look like you. Right? So in order for us to win the war, we have to win the battle. And we have to know our opponent. We have to know who's doing the bullshit to us. Because if we don't know who's doing the bullshit to us, we ain't gonna know how to take our shit back. Or how to gain control over our communities and over our land, and have our shit together. You have to know the enemy. Niggas still out here saying white people is the cause for our destruction, and they're not the cause. You know how many white motherfuckers then helped us in past times that you don't even know about? I already told you about Hitler. I told you he was helping us. Aleister Crowley, David Icke, them all white motherfuckers. And they was helping us, trying to get us to realize our power. They was on our side, right? But then you pay attention to niggas, a lot of the niggas ain't talking like that. And the ones that was talking like that, the government had to take them away. Because they had too much power and they had too much, had too much sauce in the community that, our people was listening. Right? But then they take the real ones away, then they put the fake ones in the public eye. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. Them motherfuckers ain't our people. Al Sharpton ain't our people. Jesse Jackson ain't our people. Them niggas never was our people. Them house niggas. I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers because they ain't for our people. And they have never done nothing for our communities. That's why don't nobody respect them, because they know they house niggas. Them niggas was never us in the first place. They don't even look like us. Them motherfuckers is working for the government, but playing like they us. Right? So we all thinking it's all one love, with motherfuckers that got our skin complexion. Then the motherfuckers that ain't got our skin complexion, they the ones that's on that bullshit. Nah, it ain't like that. This shit deep. This shit is very deep. Because you would be thinking all niggas is on your side, and half of them niggas is not on your side. They against you. They around you to try to infiltrate what the fuck you got going on. And then the white motherfucker, old Whitey, he the one that's trying to help you. You may think he paranoid because he telling you gotta watch the motherfuckers you around, but he telling you the truth. But you wouldn't listen to him because he white. I'm just keeping it 100. Cause I told you before, I trust a white motherfucker rather than trusting my own people. Or niggas, I ain't gonna say my own people. I'm gonna say niggas that look like me. I trust a white motherfucker. That's it. Because I know not all my people is my people. They look like me, but they don't have my mind. They don't have my type of vibration. They don't have my personality. They don't think how I think. They don't feel how I feel. They don't want good for my people, you know. They want my people to be fucked up and be, corrupted. Right? So we have to all come together, you know, for one solution to help our people, help our community. That's it. I told you we need to stop sending our kids back to school. You sending your kid to school to be touched on by a motherfucker you don't even know. Because, a lot of these school teachers is pedophiles. These school teachers don't give a fuck about these kids. These is the most fucked up, sick individuals in the fucking world. But yet they have the right to teach your child. Now, how the fuck do that even make sense? How can a motherfucking pedophile teach kids? You don't think these motherfuckers know that before they hire them to be teachers? Yeah, they know that shit, but they just still allow them to do what they do. Right? Because then you got to understand how the law works. The law don't even do nothing for pedophiles. The law, they cool with pedophiles. Right? A female, it could be a bitch out here that like touching on 15-year-old boys, right? They give that bitch a year, right? And then after she get out, they give her a couple months on probation, some shit, or house arrest. I mean, give her house arrest. What the fuck house arrest gonna do? This bitch out here touching kids. How the fuck she just gonna get away with some shit like that? You know what I mean? So it's shit that's not right that we need to change, but we all have to come together to make this change. Fuck the money. The money ain't gonna do shit. That's why I've been trying to tell motherfuckers. The money ain't gonna do nothing. The money is not gonna solve anything. We still worried about paying our bills and worried about what we eating. Man, that shit don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, we need to start helping our people, help our communities. That's shit that gotta happen. Cause remember, this our land, this our shit. We own everything around this motherfucker. We just gotta reclaim it. Right, because I don't wanna, and I'm sure a lot of other motherfuckers don't just wanna be sitting on the phone telling you what we need to do, but niggas ain't doing it. Cause niggas got pride and niggas don't wanna step on that type of standing because they don't look the way that other motherfuckers may do. At the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. You claim you love your people. You claim you claim you us. You claim you a nigga. You claim you black. You a African. You all this old shit. But if you ain't willing to do nothing for them, then how the fuck you gonna claim it? How the fuck you gonna claim to be us if you ain't doing shit that's helping us? It don't work like that. Cause what's gonna have to happen is it's gonna have to be a lot of chiefs that's gonna have to speak to each other, right? And then find uh, a form of structure to where we could get the ball on the road. Cause it's gonna have to be chiefs that's gonna have to play the major role in this shit. It can't just be a anybody. It has to be a somebody, right? And the chief is the highest, you know, the highest rank you can get, far as from the land and from a cosmos perspective. So it's gonna have to be the chiefs that's gonna have to step in. All the chiefs on the land, we gonna have to step in, right? Even the female chiefs, we all gonna have to step in and be like, all right, enough is enough with this bullshit. We ain't allowing these motherfuckers to keep doing the shit they doing. We taking over this shit. That's what's gonna have to happen. We gonna have to start educating the kids, teaching them, like we would do anciently, like we, should be doing or should have been doing. We're gonna have to start teaching kids, right? Far as from a food level, grow our own food like we was doing then. Everything gonna have to start back from how it was. We gonna have to start from scratch and build everything back like it used to be. And it's gonna work because we the best you could get, nigga. Ain't nobody greater than us, you know. So it's gonna work, but we just all gotta, do what we gotta do. It's another 528 hertz lesson. It's a 528 hertz and a 741 hertz message. Because the 741, that's the throat chakra energy. The 7, the father line, the 4, the mother line. The 1 is the king and the queen flip. The top bump is the queen of heaven and earth. And the second bump is the father line. Right, so this is what has to happen for our people. Put it like this though, right? When people become adults, right, and they get in a situation where they lost and they don't know what they are and they don't know what they're supposed to be doing, we always reflect back onto when we was kids, and then it's when we start to question the educational system, right? So the educational system These schools is basically like castles. The castles represent the queen of heaven and earth, my mother, right? Just like the churches resemble the castle, right? So that's basically telling you that everything far from a religious perspective or for a knowledge perspective, it all revolves in the house of the mother, right? Just like a Muslim or a mosque, right? A temple, mosque temple. It's like a castle. That's the house of the mother, right? So everything revolves in the house of the mother. Everything, right? So the school is a reflection of the castle, right? So this is why they have teachers in there teaching you certain shit, right? Giving you certain different definitions of shit because that's the that's mama's house. She gonna teach you. But the thing about it is that these niggas ain't teaching you the truth. These niggas is teaching you lies. So they teach you what's against the mother rather than teaching you about the mother and what she represent and what you represent to her. See, that's the thing about it, right? Because we be like, man, why the fuck they don't teach us about how to manage money and wealth, and why aren't they teaching us how to build wealth? Because these motherfuckers don't want you having nothing. That's why they would never teach you about wealth. They would never teach you no shit like that. Because if you think about it, if you get wealth, right, and say you have a good mind, right, you very intelligent. Say you use the wealth you get, right, to start investing more into your communities, right? Building building something to where we ain't working for nobody, we working for ourselves. Right? So we in the day of modern day of internet, right? So say a motherfucker build this certain place where if you got any talent that you trying to put in the public, you could go to a certain place. It's all free. You do what you can do your gaming, you can do your YouTube shit, all of it's free. You can go there anytime you want, anytime of night. It's all your shit, right? If a motherfucker adapt wealth and they got a mind and they creative and they know a solution in order for our people to get somewhere, nigga, that's gonna change what the fuck we is. And morally, it's gonna give motherfuckers the confidence in order to achieving their own journeys. They don't want us doing that. So that's why they're not gonna teach a science that's gonna allow us to get to that type of point. That's why they ain't gonna teach us that shit. And that's why they never will. They not. Right? So that's why you got older motherfuckers now that don't know what they want to do with their life or don't know what they should be doing. They just doing anything that come to their mind. Right? Because if you own a tattoo shop, right, that means you an artist. So that means your power and your talent is drawing out art. Right? That's spiritual work. Whether if a motherfucker realizes it or not, but that's spiritual work. Right? So whatever energy that's within you, your art is reflecting it. That's a fact. Your art is reflecting what you are inside. So it will come to you as, oh, I'm just drawing some shit today. No, you drawing what reflects you. So if you draw a picture of fire, that's resembling who you is. You fire. So that would mean you would be Sagittarius. You fire. That's reflecting who you are. If you're Pisces and you draw the picture of a feminine goddess, right? A water goddess like an Oshun, that's reflecting what you are. be water. Right? So the work that you doing as a tattoo artist, that's spiritual work. You reflecting what you are in those tats you doing. So this is this is what it is. We we're removing that right now. We're removing. This is the perfect time for us to do this type of shit. It's the perfect time. Cause how shit is going. Government still using their bullshit to try to get us to invest in in the stupid shit. Shit ain't working no more. You know, cause we know what we know what they on. We know who they with. But they still putting out these bullshit ass articles and shit and all this bullshit propaganda on the fucking internet. Some stupid shit that ain't even happening, right? But they just putting it out there just to see who gonna believe in it. It's all bullshit. You know, we can heal our community, and by us healing our community, we healing ourselves, right? Because a lot of communities have a lot of mental trauma, anger, fear, depression, anxiety in it, right? And this be the whole structure and the philosophy of your community, because it's a lot of mentally ill motherfuckers. All right, this is what has to be taken advantage of. This is something that has to change. We can't keep looking at our communities and like, man, it's fucked up, and then we drive off in our Rolls Royce driving to our motherfucking mansion, and like, all right, it's just like that. No, we can't do that no more. Cause a lot of these motherfuckers that be saying they rich and they celebrities and they for the people, them niggas don't be doing nothing for our communities. They just go into these hoods, see how fucked up it is, and then be bragging about how fucked up the hood is, without trying to do nothing to try to change it. But more likely, the reason why a lot of motherfuckers can't change their community because they don't know nothing. They don't know what to tell them. Right, because you got these OGs that always want to tell the youngest the same shit. That's why these youngest don't be listening. I wouldn't listen because you telling them the same shit. Man, you gotta, man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop using old pipes. Man, you gotta use your fist, cause, Oh, nigga, you gotta. Ooh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you gotta. Niggas ain't heard that before. Tell them something different they ain't heard before. Cause these young niggas is not as dumb as you think they is. They know what's going on, but they just don't have the courage enough to change, their philosophy. But they know what's going on, right? So what you telling them is what they already know. They already can realize it. They already know that shit fucked up around here. They already know that our community has been very has been very unaware, of what's going on. They already know that. So you have to tell them something differently to where it can be like, oh, okay, damn, I ain't heard that before. Damn, man, I ain't heard that before. Okay, make them want to start, you know, doing different shit. Want them want to start to change their community and change themselves. But you got to tell them something different. If you don't tell them nothing different, they ain't gonna get it. I know too much shit to be stupid. I'm not gonna play stupid. I'm not gonna do some shit that's not fulfilling to not just myself, but it's not fulfilling to the people. This be my problem with a lot of these spiritual motherfuckers. They not spiritual. They're not. Some of them not. The ones that's giving you the information, giving you that real shit, them the ones that's tuned in. But I'm talking about the other motherfuckers that's talking about bullshit still. Money and all that. They not spiritual. They not. And they don't give a fuck about their community. They only care about themselves. But they coming to you like they spiritual people. The fuck is you spiritual if you only about your fucking self? You ain't spiritual. The fuck is you talking about? You only spiritual because you know you can get something out of that. You know about the manifestation and all that old shit. So that's why you want to play spiritual. But in all honesty, you don't give a fuck about your people and where the fuck we are heading as a community. You don't give a fuck. So for that, it's fuck you because you ain't about your people. I don't give a fuck if you're a female or a male, nigga. It's fuck you. If you don't give a fuck about your people, it's fuck you. Period. It's straight fuck you. Cause you don't care about your people and you don't give a fuck about us rising as a people. You only care about yourself and your own pockets. And these be the motherfuckers that be getting praised by people, but they ain't doing shit. Motherfuckers, I'm in the house every day, all day, learning and studying shit so I can help my people. Doing this shit every day. Teach you about shit you ain't never heard of. Going through war, going through the fire, going through everything motherfucker going through just to tell motherfuckers what's going on. And you got motherfuckers out here that see that and won't give two fucks. but they claiming they spiritual. So um, we have to have a solution, and we have to do what we gotta do. Um, because when like I always gotta mention, and others mention, when we telling you this shit over with, we meaning what we saying. We not just telling you that this shit is over with as a spiritual war and as a whole. We ain't just tell you this shit just to tell just to tell you this shit is really over. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, this shit over with. Motherfuckers still out here going off that Jesus shit. You could go up that Jesus shit as much as you want to. Much as you want to. You go up that shit if you want to. That nigga ain't real. Right? So you gonna be looking dumb than a motherfucker when you find out that that nigga ain't a real person. It was all a fucking illusion. Right? So motherfuckers out here still holding on to the bullshit. Right? And there's motherfuckers out here that's giving the receipts, like I myself gave out the information, telling you what's going on, but niggas still ain't seeing it. They don't want to hear it. Alright, so that's on them. I don't give a fuck. That's on them. If you don't want to believe that bullshit, go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. So this is what you got. I'm ready for this shit to be over with. To keep 100 with you. I'm tired of seeing this same shit occurring over and over again in this world that we in. Cause I don't go fuck how differently you do shit, you still doing the same shit. This world is going at the same pace every single day. You got your motherfuckers that's flashy with the money. You got the motherfuckers that They got all the cars, got all the fancy, expensive shit. Then you got the motherfuckers that's out to try to hurt their own, right? And then you got the motherfuckers that'll do anything to get some money, do anything to get somewhere. It's the same shit, the same cycle every single day. And then you got the dirty motherfuckers that's doing the dirt, and we too blind to see it. So we just start pointing fingers at motherfuckers just because they look like they could be involved in some shit, but we don't even know if they really involved in something. We just pointing fingers. Right? Because you will put a statement out talking about how somebody is bad and what they doing, but then you find out these motherfuckers ain't even bad people. Now you done put a statement out on somebody and they don't even have no facts to it. Right? So this be the motherfuckers that be talking about these artists and shit and talking about how most of these artists is Freemasons. You don't even know what the fuck a Freemason is. You don't even know what it takes to be a Mason. You can't just become a Mason in one day. You have to learn a lot of shit. Or you could become a Mason, but you still have to learn some shit. Because you have to understand what you're a part of. It ain't just, oh, I'm going to join some shit, I'm going to go. Nah, you have to learn what you're a part of. Because a Mason, that's coming from the Queen of Heaven and Earth. So I was called a Freemason, free my sons. She talking to the chiefs on the land, which is us, off the blue lodge, off the left hand, balancing off the right, off what they would call the 6-point star, water element and air element, the Star of David. Which was the line. Right? So that's a message to us, right? That we need to know what the fuck is going on. That's all that is. That's coming from the Queen of Heaven and Earth, the mother of our land, the mother of the cosmos. But these stupid motherfuckers out here don't even know nothing about that shit. So they blaming motherfuckers of being Masons and they don't even know what the fuck they even into. Cause you gotta understand the difference between, like I said, a 33-degree Mason and a 32-degree Mason. A 32-degree Mason, they the ones that's going against the laws of nations and principles. Right? So they pitting the 3, which is the mother line, on the left side, and then you pin the 2, which is the father line, on the right side. The right side is the mother line, the left side is the father line. But they twisted energy and reversing it, right, to where they pitting it on the opposite side. Right? So instead of it being 33, you pit 32. So you pit the father line to basically play the role as the mother line, but the father can't play the role as the mother because the mother was here first. You know. Because if you look at the number 3, if you look at it straight down, it looks like an M because that's resembling the mother. And then if you look at it straight up, it looks like a crest. Then if you look at it standing up to the side, right, it looked like 2 8s. Or it looked like it could form into 2 8s, which it can. Right, so the 3 is the most powerful number. You can say throughout the cosmos is on the land. That's the most powerful number. So that's why they going against it, because they know what it represents. So that's why they picked the 32-degree. So the 32-degree Freemasons off the Scottish Rite, They the ones that's bad. They the ones you point the finger at. But you don't even know which ones is under the 32 degree. So you just blaming anybody just cause they a Freemason. But you don't even know which one's good or which one is bad. Cause you have no clue what the fuck you are. That's why some motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up and learn to keep their mouth shut if they don't know what the fuck they talking about. That's it. You know. That's just how this shit is. So, you know, you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know what's taking place. You know, because if you don't know what's going on, you ain't gonna know what the fuck you need to do. You ain't gonna know. Um, I mentioned in my last video I made, I was talking about being the one that's healing your family, right? So your family is your tribe, that's your clan, or that's your gang, right? So whatever self work you doing for yourself, that's healing your family, right? Because what you doing is you changing the whole structure uh and the whole correlation of your family by you being the one that's choosing to be loving rather than being hateful. Your family can look at you and see you in a different light and may want to start to change the way they are, right? And start to try to want to heal themselves, right? In order to know if you healing your family, just pay attention to how certain people act around you. If certain people start to not react to certain things that they would normally react to, then that mean you doing your self work the right way. That mean you healing your family. Right. So your energy is amplifying onto them, which is making them start to act different. Right. So your energy so high and you doing so much self work that they starting to feel the effects of it. So it's causing them to be very different, right? And start to change themselves, right? So you have to keep doing that because the more you keep doing that, the more they gonna start realizing who they is, right? They can start to figure out who they is or what they are and what they supposed to be doing. And then before you know it, you look up, you got a whole family of righteous motherfuckers that know who they is. And that's in tune. Then you gonna be like, okay, now I don't feel weird around these motherfuckers no more because they know who they is. Because you gotta also realize that some family ain't your real family. Some motherfuckers ain't your people. Right, but the ones that is your people, you gotta, if it's something that's wrong within the family, then you have to do you gotta do some self work to heal. Because you being who you are, most of their karmic debts that need to be paid, that shit can all come back to you to where you got to pay off their karmic debts by healing yourself. Right? So the energy that's within them that's negative, that negative energy can connect itself to you, align itself with you, to where then you going to have to be able to balance yourself so you can get out that energy, right? So that will be, I wouldn't say energy transmutation, um, but I would say energy transportation, right? So transporting one energy, one vibratory field onto another vibratory field, right? So the more you hang around these people, the more energy you take in from them, the energy can latch itself onto you to where you fighting the energy that you don't even want to be involved with, but it's in you, you know. So you have to take that into consideration when it comes to healing your family. You have to take all that into consideration. You may not want to do it. Don't nobody want to heal their family, especially if they family really, fucked up and, you know, can't manage them. Of course, nobody would want to do that. But if it's a need to for a certain reason, then, you got to do what you got to do. Because what you doing is making it better for your little cousins to be able to come around and there don't be no tension and motherfuckers talking about they daddy or talking about they mama, all that old stupid shit. You can change that for the future by healing them early. You know, you know, and this is very important, very important, right? Because some people out here like to promote that "oh fuck my family" type shit. Certain people will like to promote that, like, "oh man, fuck your family, they ain't shit. I'm better than them. I got more money. I got fame. I'm doing good for myself. Fuck them broke, no good, lazy, overweight motherfuckers. Fuck them." All right. Now in your mind, you would think you saying something right, but the whole time you just making the family bond even more fucked up because you pit hate over them as well, and then you got hatred for them, right? So that's just making the family even more fucked up to where ain't nobody, cool with each other. Nobody. Because then they'll see you doing good for yourself and you out here doing your shit, and they may have a hatred towards you, but they have a hatred towards you because you have a hatred towards them. You may think they just got it out for you when the whole time they really got love for you, but they just don't get why you did what you did to them, why you just left them high and dry, why you did them like they wasn't shit, like they ain't your family. You got certain motherfuckers in your family like that too. It don't really be they hate you, it's that they just disappointed in the way you acting. You know, if you on some fuck them shit and I'm going my own separate way, fuck them, then you making the situation more worse than what could be. You know, so it's important doing that. Very important. Um, so I was also well, I already spoke about it, the video I made last night. But um meditation, I was talking about meditation and why certain people can't meditate correctly. The reason why certain people can't meditate correctly is because they doing it only one way. Everything you do is a meditation. Walking is a meditation. Running is a meditation. Exercising, that's a meditation, right? You have to find a way to be able to allow your energy to be able to use every form of what you're doing as a part of a meditation. You have to be able to train yourself to be able to meditate in anything you're doing. You have to train yourself to do that. And it ain't hard to train yourself, it's real simple. Right, but you have to have the patience and the manners um, to reach that certain point. Right, so everybody think that sitting down, right, sitting down meditating is what you have to do. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can do other different techniques um, for meditation, right? Because when you sitting down, what they would call Indian style, you balancing out your root chakra, which is the 4 point square off the mother line, off the red lodge, right? So you balancing out your root chakra. You balance out the root chakra, then this is when you have to align all the other chakras with the root, right? Because remember, your fourth chakra is your heart chakra, right? So the fourth, the number four, is representing Earth. So it's going back to the root, right? Because if you turn the four upside down, the four is going to resemble the jewel, right? So this is when you got your heart chakra. The heart chakra is what forms the 6 point star because the top of it is air and the bottom of it is water. But you have to understand that water and earth is connected into the same element because water is a part of earth. Right? So what you doing is you aligning elements and states of matter all into one so you can basically reach your highest self, which what they would call the Christ consciousness. Right, but you don't always have to do it a certain way to reach that level. You could do other techniques that'll get you to that place you need to be way quicker. Cause certain people, for certain motherfuckers, you could be in a certain chakra element and you don't even know it. Right? So you could be having a lot of information that you presenting, but you don't even know what element you in. You don't even know what chakra you even balancing on. Right? So you have to know that and you have to know what's going on and how this shit work. You know. You have to know all that shit. And you have to understand um that everything you do is a form of meditation. Everything you do. I don't go fuck what it is. Everything is a form of meditation. Everything you do. You know, so I'm about to go ahead and get off here and said enough. Peace to the ladies, peace to the women out here, peace to the gods, or to the men out here, brothers. Peace to the Queen of Heaven and Earth, Isis, my mother. Peace to the ancestors. Peace to the Black Hawks out there from one conscious mind to another. We all got each other. Great minds think alike. Two great minds is greater than one mind, but one great mind is greater than no mind. One mind tells all, but two minds speak a little. That being said, this is Chief Silent Black Hawk. I send peace and love and light out to you.